Welcome to In Conversation with MANWAR podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Do Not Be a Bystander campaign. You can join us in raising awareness about bullying by visiting the donotbeabystander.com, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming episodes. Today's participants are Shabnam and Rahib.
Welcome to our Bullying Awareness podcast. I'm your host, MANWAR Khan. Today I'm joined by two young individuals who are ready to share their thoughts and insights on the topic of optimism. Optimism is a positive mindset or attitude that involves expecting favorable outcomes, believing in possibility of positive change and change, and maintaining a hopeful outlook on life. Today's participants are Shabnam and Rahib. Thank you for joining us today. Now that we have introduced our participants, and let's get started with the question. Optimism and pessimism, there are two different words. They are contrasting outlooks on life and its situations. So my question for Rahib, what does it mean to you, optimistic, and how does it differ from pessimism?
Thank you. In my opinion, an optimistic person sees good things everywhere, is generally confident and hopeful of what the future holds. From the optimistic point of view, the world is full of potential chances. Positive attitude of expecting the best possible outcome from any given situation. Always about having a good and positive attitude about almost everything in life. Always sees challenges in life as a blessing. Future plans and are not scared to dream since they always see hope in everything. On the other hand, the pessimists observe mainly the negative aspect of everything around. Always having a bad or negative attitude about life. A pessimist does not have a good self-confidence, always sees challenges in life as a burden, scared to have dreams since they don't see hope in anything. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Rahib. Great answer. So there could be potential disadvantages or challenges associated with being overly optimistic or ignoring certain realities. So my question for Shabnam is, are there any benefits of being optimistic in our daily lives? If so, what are they?
Being optimistic in our daily lives is obviously beneficial. Starting the day with optimism can give you enthusiasm to work. It helps you to set goal and plan accordingly. It helps you to learn from your failure. It gives you the courage to try again. It gives you peace of mind that you need to focus on your work. It keeps you happy and healthy.
Great. So how can we teach younger children about optimism and positive thinking?
That's a really good question, Manwar. Younger children are the ones who need to be optimistic the most since they face failure very often than us. If you can teach them how to be optimistic, they can learn from their mistakes and try again. To me, I can just give the younger children's example from my childhood that when I failed and I tried again and I was successful after trying for several times, and that can encourage them to try again, and that will lead them towards success. Thank you.
Excellent. Good example. So and do you guys have anything else to add?
No.
I'm good.
All right. We have come to the end of our podcast. I would like to thank our participants, Rahib and Shabnam. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind our listeners that there are several resources available to help individuals dealing with bullying. The Government of Alberta has a bullying helpline, and that can be reached at 1-888-456-2323. Bullying is a violation of human rights. Under no circumstances, bullying is acceptable. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to take a stand against bullying and refuse to be bystanders. Thank you so much for joining in conversation with Manwar Khan, and we will see you next week. Thank you, Rahib, and thank you, Shabnam.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.